All right. Hello, this is Jason Shanner, lead field supervisor at CNN Construction. I'm going to attempt to kind of throw a shingle in here and do a repair. Looks like right now the address here is 1000 Westchester Drive, Hanover Park. I was out here with the adjuster last week. We kind of had a disagreement of opinion on how much wind damage shingle was up here, and kind of in his mind, he wasn't going to pay for anything initially. He did come back with an estimate that gave us 20 wind damage shingles on the back slope of this house and 15 on the front slope. So I'm just going to take a walk real quick from one side to the other so you can see that based off of what we're looking at here, his count is substantially off. I mean, these are all shingles that have been lifted up from wind. Pretty simple, pretty easy, pretty significant creasing. Oftentimes what happens here is when these guys start to get ripped up, the first shingle here gets hit with wind, and as it kind of goes back and forth, it starts to lose adhesion to the shingles that are above it, which kind of leads to a cascading event where you get multiple wind damage shingles on top of each other. It's pretty simple to explain this stuff. Anybody can get on Google and read about it and learn about it. So I guess my biggest discrepancy here would be, and this is the shingle that I'm going to be attempting to repair here. I just kind of picked the one that looked like it was probably the worst off of all of them. But then going through here, as I went through, I put chalk through all the shingles that have been damaged by wind, and my number on the back slope, I came up with 37. So we're 17 shingles different. This isn't a very big roof, so when you're dealing with that many shingles, I mean, you're working on legitimately every area of this back slope right here. So we're not gonna, I just don't know how this would be a good cause for repair or not replacement. Here's a great example right here of how probably this lower end shingle got loose, and just as it went, it started losing adhesion here, and just kind of a little cascading event that continue to go up. You've got significant creasing through pretty much all these shingles right here. Very visible, very obvious wind damage. Same thing back here. And it goes on down the rest of the roof. So his count on the front slope was 15, and I'm calling it 34. At this point, like I said, this isn't a very big roof. This is a pretty obvious roof to just go for a replacement. So I am going to go ahead and attempt to do the repairs here. So kind of how this works right here is that this shingle right here, the matting, typically what I do to try to disturb the shingles above it as least as possible. Oftentimes when I start working on these shingles, the ones above it will just kind of lose their own adhesion, and I can kind of go from there. So first step of the process is for me to pull the nails out of this shingle right here and get this thing loosened up, and we'll see what happens. So this is pretty obvious here. We can see this shingle, it's already loose. Looks like the one above it, there's still some adhesion here, but I mean, even this guy on the corner here, it's pretty loose. So we'll see. So this is just what my years of experience have taught me, is that if I kind of attack these guys from below, some of that adhesion will break. I can get all these guys real loosened up above the matting. At least start to pull the nail heads. Also gives me a better idea where the nail heads are sitting on these guys. So I never try to lift these guys up too much above, but I do have to get some access to the nails if they don't break through the matting. Yeah, most of them on the lower runner already popped. You kind of see as I work here, the shingles above all start loosening up. I mean, you can see this whole flap just kind of. Why I prefer to operate it that way. Looks like I still have one more nail in here. Okay. So that guy's free. Pretty simple here. And you can see that I'm on the nail head and it's choosing to pull through the underlayment here. Kind of going up here, what I'm looking for. So in order to get this next shingle back in, I got to run on this runner right here. So I'll have to stick this guy back in here, lift this guy up to about this degree to be able to get nails in. Maybe even a little bit more, but I mean, you got pretty significant deterioration here already. I mean, I haven't even finished the repair yet, where I'm actually, because I will have to kind of maneuver this shingle back and forth quite a bit to be able to get nail heads under here. That's even using the handy dandy snake tool here. I mean, I think this is pretty obvious right here. In my opinion, this roof goes for full replacement. Any work that we do here on this roof at all, we're just going to damage the surrounding shingles. That's just going to leave the homeowner in a worse position than we started. That's it.